Predator Badlands was a really good movie. I enjoyed it, and this is my review talking about it. So, this will be a spoiler review to Predator Badlands. So, if you have not seen the movie, go watch it and then watch this. All right. So, there are some parts about the movie that I was expecting to be a little bit different. And depending on who you are, not everyone's gonna like this movie because they do some things with the Predator that's like not who the Yautja are. And people were concerned about it having, feelings and whatnot. And yeah, I mean, the movie does show the Predator having feelings. They've always had feelings, but they're not having, feelings, all right? But like I said, depending on who you are, this movie will be good to you. Others won't like it. I liked it, but it wasn't great. It was just really good, But I had a fun time watching it. But I know a lot of Predator fans did. A lot of Predator fans did not like this movie. So it starts off with Dek and Quay, all right, the Predator brothers, and they are on Yautja Prime, which is the home planet of the Yautja. By the way, I love the soundtrack of this movie. The throat singing, the humming, the drums, tribal chants. I like the soundtrack to this movie. It got me amped up. The special effects, CGI, everything looked pretty good. So they're fighting in the beginning, training each other. I like the designs of Quay. And of course, Dek is the main character. And, the father comes in, tells the older brother to unalive the younger brother because he views him as small and weak and unworthy of being a part of the clan. Okay, so Dek, he's not deformed, but he does look different from the other Yautja, and they did explain why. I just forgot, but because when the trailer came out, I'm like, why does he look like that? He looks different, but he's the runt of the two, so of the clan. But he's not deformed. He just came out differently. Okay. So the father kills the older brother, and then the older brother sends the ship with Dek to the planet that they were talking about, where there's a creature on that planet called the Kalisk. Even their own father is afraid of that creature. Okay? So he's going to hunt it, kill it, prove to his father that he's worthy. He arrives on the planet, and the moment he arrives, everything's trying to take him out. This planet is the death planet. You got these flying dinosaur type creatures. You got plants, vines with teeth. Literally, the moment he lands, everything's trying to get him. And then you have like exploding fruit, the plants that explode that are poisonous. And then you have grass that's glass. You have glass grass on this planet. And then you have like the bone bison. It looked like a mixture between, like, if you took an elephant and a rhino, that's pretty much what it is. All right, like an alien rhino elephant creature. And there's like some other creatures on here as well, other aliens, some worms and whatnot. So Ella Fanning, she's in here. I thought her character is pretty good. I liked her character. She played a synthetic. And there's a part in the movie where it kind of annoyed me, where she was just talking and talking and talking and talking. So I will admit that part was like dragging. It was annoying. I'm like, okay. And when she was talking to him, to Dek, I'm like, he understands her? So what I'm thinking is, because I've seen some reviews and explains about the Yautja and Predators. I'm guessing that the Yautja speak English but backwards. That's what I'm guessing. Because when they talk, it's like, it sounds like English in reverse, okay? So maybe that's why he was able to understand her. But yeah, the way they talk is interesting. It's interesting, all right? So they meet. He uses her as a tool to find the Calisk. She's torn apart because the Calisk tore her apart. And she's warning him, hey, the Calisk is like unkillable. It's a very tough creature. Throughout the journey, they come across another creature that becomes a part of their little group. And towards the end of the movie, you find out that there's a connection with this creature and the Calisk. And you know, I didn't hate it. I mean, like I said, some people will see it like, oh great, the Predator has a family, the Predator is not working alone, he's not a savage. I mean, he's still a savage and he's still ruthless. He's not soft. It's just the way they made it work, like for the story. It worked for the story because like his dad is like bad, you know, people say, you know, an a-hole, and he took out his older brother, which he cared for. So like I said, the Predator, they've always had feelings, but not like, you know, feelings like, oh, I'm always sad and this and that, you know. Yeah, he's sad, but he's not like, you know what I'm trying to say. So like I said, the whole thing with him and Elefantin's character and then the other creature, them as a group, it worked for the story, you know. But I will admit, when I first saw it, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? But it wasn't too bad. So time goes on. She tells him the truth that her and the other synthetics looking for the Calyx. He gets upset, calls in the Calyx. The Calyx comes in. This thing is big. The Calyx creature, alien, it looks like a cross between a lion, a monkey. Like when I say the monkey, I mean like the lion monkeys. The monkeys, what are they called? The marmoset monkeys. It looks like that a little bit, or a baboon mixed with a dragon, mixed with a lizard. That's what it looks like. And also it looks like an ancient Chinese dragon, the face. So I liked how the creature looked. I liked how the Calyx looked. And the sound, it was very just, you know, the roar it made was terrifying. But so he's fighting this thing, and it's very hard to take out. He cuts his tail, he cuts the head, but it regrows, it regenerates. So now I see why she was saying how you can't kill this thing. You can't, because it regenerates. So, you know, Deck's trying to take this thing out, but it's hard. And then it smells the saliva on him from the other creature, and then I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. So that creature is the child of the Calyx. And I'll admit, when I saw it, I'm like, this thing looks similar to that creature. So now it made sense. That was its parent, that's its child. So I'm like, okay, it makes sense. So the robots come in, take away the creature. They get him as well. Throughout the movie, she let Elefantin's character. By the way, she has a sister. She has a synthetic twin sister that's evil, that wants to complete the mission and get the Calyx and whatnot. And she saved Deck. He comes back. By the way, I love his weapons. By the way, the sword looks pretty cool. You know, Predator, they always had really cool weapons, but I like his sword, and I like the something else that he had. I forget what it was, but the sword was my favorite weapon that he had. Yeah, so he comes back, meets up with the other creature, and he realizes that, okay, this is the child of the Calyx. And he said, no, what? Instead of taking this thing out, killing this thing, I'm going to reunite it with its, parent and go after a different trophy. And, he goes back and he fights the synthetics with Elephantis' character. They unleash the Calyx, and then they reunite with his child. The Calyx eats the synthetic version, the evil version, of Elephantis' character. And then, it freezes and it explodes, and then they end up taking out her evil twin sister. And that's it. And then he goes back to his home planet with the synthetic skull of the evil twin to show his father. His father still doesn't like him. And by the way, he has a beard too. So I never really seen a Predator with a beard. I want to see more of that. And they have a really cool fight scene. Dek and his dad have a really cool fight scene. And the way they took him out, the way he was unalived, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting him to do it, but the creature came. Now that it's bigger. So the child, so like the kid of the Calyx is now a lot bigger and is getting bigger, and it ate his head. So I'm like, okay, I was not expecting that. And now Dek has a new family with the synthetic and the Calyx. So that's his family. And the way the movie ends, it does end on a cliffhanger. She's like, oh, who's that? My mother. So the movie does set up for a second movie, for a sequel. And hopefully they show his mother, because I don't think I've ever seen a female Yautja. I've seen all the movies. I know they exist, obviously, and I know they're in some comics, but I've never seen a female Yautja. So hopefully they show that if they decide to make a sequel. All right. But yeah, overall, pretty good movie. I had a good time watching it. I would watch it again, mainly for the beginning and for the ending. And the fight with the Calyx are my three favorite scenes in the movie. So Dek versus Quay, Dek versus the Calyx, and Dek versus his father were my favorite parts in the movie. All right. But yeah, I'm going to give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. I was going to give it a 9 from the beginning, but then it was like, took a little dip, and I was like, the movie's good, but it's not great. But I still enjoyed it. So you know what? Like, I felt it. I'm like, no, this movie is an 8.5, 8.5 out of 10. So still pretty good. It's in the top 10 movies, I would say, for me this year. The same guy that made Prey also made this movie. I still think Prey is the best Predator movie of all time. Yes. I gave Prey a 9 out of 10. I love that movie. I've seen it twice. Okay? That's my favorite movie. And then number 2, I would say, let me see. I would say like Alien versus Predator. And then I would say Predator 2, which I just saw this year for the first time. Alien vs. Predator Requiem, Predator. I didn't like Predators. I didn't like The Predator, which is a shame because Predators had a really cool trailer when it came out. Really cool trailer, but the movie was so bad. But I really liked the Berserker Predator, how his mask looked. So, hopefully, in the future, we get more movies that are, better. Also, Predator Killer of Killers That was also pretty good too. That came out this year, which is like an animation. So we'll see how things go. Hopefully the movies get better and better. And apparently this movie is based in the future because they mention wolf. They mention a wolf, right? She's explaining to Deck about the wolf back on Earth. And I'm like, wait, is he Wolf? Is this like a younger version of Wolf before he came Wolf the Predator in Alien Requiem? And then I watched some videos. They're like, nah, that's not him. That's someone else. That's a different Yautja. And I was like, oh, I like Wolf. I like Wolf the Predator. He's in my top 5. Wolf, Berserker Predator. What's the other one? Isn't it called the Celtic Predator? Then you have Predator from Prey. Then you have the classic Predator. But yeah, Wolf, he's in my top 5. And I like Deck. Yeah, Deck and Quay are pretty cool. They're up there in my top 10 list. But yeah, so hopefully we'll see how, hopefully they, show more female Predators in the movies, because I know the Yautja race, they are a matriarchy. The males lead everything, and they are a very, very hard warrior race like Saiyans, all right? That's why in the movie he was saying, you give it too easily. Don't give up, stay strong. So any signs of weakness, they take him out, okay? But yeah, they are a warrior alien race, just like Saiyans. That'd be cool to see Saiyans versus Predators. I mean, I already know who would win that fight, but it'd be cool to see, just to see it. And they do show an Easter egg with the synthetic fighting them. She had the laser thing on her shoulder, and I saw it, I'm like, oh, okay, so this is where the Yautja get the laser thing from. I'm like, did they get it from them or did they get it from the Yautja? So that was cool to see. I kind of wish he used it in the movie, but he didn't. But yeah, so I enjoyed it. It's worth watching. Not as good as Prey. Prey is my favorite movie. I like Prey a lot. And also with the Alien Earth series in effect, it just ended this year. It came out this year. Hopefully they merge that together. I think they are in the future. I mean, they have to. They have to do like some type of new Alien vs. Predator movie or show. It has to happen. Okay, it's been a long time since those movies came out. So hopefully they do that. All right, because I definitely want to see that. And I am hoping they bring back the Predalien, because the Predalien is my favorite type of alien xenomorph, okay? And they do show the skulls in the ship that the Yautja have hunted. They show a human skull. They show a dinosaur skull, a giant ape skull, which could be like Gigantopithecus, or maybe Bigfoot. They do show a skull, which appears to be the alien from Independence Day. That'd be cool to see. That'd be really cool to see how they fought them. So, but yeah, I noticed that in the movie. Anything else I want to say? So what is your favorite Predator movie of all time? Who is your favorite Yautja Predator of all time? Did you enjoy this movie? And what are you hoping to see in future movies with the Predator series? What do you want to see? All right, what are your thoughts and opinions on everything? Let me know in the comments. And let me see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. 8.5 out of 10. So, pretty good. All right, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys soon. All right. Peace. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah.